Welcome to Business Mentorship, Keeping It Real, where we feature entrepreneurs who are passionate about their business and have participated in our guest blog, shareyourstories.online. Today, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to Viviana Puello, who is the founder and CEO of Art Tour International, a multimedia platform dedicated to promoting creative entrepreneurs worldwide with a global reach of 10 million. Viviana joins us today from New York City. Welcome.
Thanks, Trish. Thank me in your incredibly inspiring show. I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind. I wanted to start our introduction to the viewing and listening audience and maybe getting you to share a little bit about your light bulb moment and how you became passionate about helping other creative people with your platform.
All right. I can start by telling you that my passion of my lifetime has been art. So we started there. Since I'm a child, I've been painting or drawing or doing something creative, and art has been a great influence in my life. It was a very positive influence and actually helped me through childhood, a very difficult childhood. So art has been something that I want to spread around the world and with as many people as possible. And I became an independent artist a little bit later in life. I was in my 30s, and like I have said before, if you do the math, you'll figure out my age. Really well. Working as an independent artist, I realized how many challenges there are that artists find in the way of trying to make it in this industry. In trying to market the works, trying to develop that skill is very challenging if you are also creating in a studio and devoting that time. And I saw the need for that, but most of the magazines that I saw was not something that I was happy with. So one day I had this crazy idea of creating my own platform, creating a magazine that would be multimedia like I had in my dreams. And it happened after a lot. The idea came, and it happened after a lot of work, personal work, believing in the power of intention. I discovered Dr. Wayne Dwyer and so many inspiring people that were sharing that message during those days, and I jumped in it. I don't know how I did it. One of the things that I always say is I had no idea what I was doing. And that actually was the best thing that could happen to us as a company, because I was so committed to doing this the best I could that I just try to learn as much as possible. I didn't look at other publishers. I didn't look at other magazines since I wanted to do my own thing. But we did, the best we could. And the results were incredible, because when you don't know, you're very humble and you're eager to learn and to do better and to do better. And by listening to the clients and listening to the artists, we were able to develop from the beginning. The first magazine went to 1,500 people, and they were two. I always say they were either two lucky breaks, or I was just like so naive that I was like, okay, I just had no idea. So one of them was that I went to visit a friend of mine in Florence at a convention center, and they had a reunion of world leaders that were in the art industry, ministers of culture, etc. And I don't know how or where my innocence came from, but I just asked him, can I get at least 2-3 minutes to present the magazine? And I never thought he was going to say yes. I think I said it as a joke. And he said, okay, let me find out. He went, spoke to the people. They said yes. And
Wow.
like, oh my goodness. So in 1 hour,
Yeah.
I put together a presentation in 1 hour, and I presented the magazine like it was the most innovative magazine that's going to come out in the industry. You have to be here. I had that passion, and they saw
Isn't that
it.
amazing?
They loved it. So we created partnerships, and from 1,500, we went to about 300,000 readers right there, just from that partnership
Wow.
in all these countries.
Wow.
And then I had a second lucky break, or again, craziness. And it was that we feature an artist, we feature a photography on the cover of our third magazine, actually, our third issue. And it was the girl with the pearl earrings, but the photographer had done this work where the girl was, her boobs were out. Let's put it to you that.
Ah, it was a very interesting photo.
As an artist, I didn't see that as a big deal because I was
Right,
an artist. So for me, nudity, I don't see it from that point
right.
of
That
view. But I didn't realize it was going out to everywhere. And we had ISU, which is our platform, that a preference for the digital magazine, and I uploaded it. And they usually have filters, but I don't know why the filters didn't pick up. And the magazine just went out to everyone. And we had 300,000 readers. We had about, I think, 1,000 It's so crazy because this is, I'm talking about 2011, 2012. And people were hating, like half of the world. I always say 50% of the world was hating me. They were like, I got mean emails. I got
Oh, wow.
emails, people telling me I was destroying the art industry. What are you doing? Why are you publishing? You don't know what you're doing. And then the other half, they were loving it.
Loved it. Yeah.
And that issue got us to 2 million readers.
Wow. Wow. Talk about the power of suggestion, right?
Exactly. And
I
just
think,
that, desire and not knowing what I was doing got us where
right.
we are.
You know what I love about your story, Viviana, is that it's the passion to just provide a service to a network or community of people that really pushed you to the tipping point and gave you these breaks and opportunities. And I really love the part of your story where you just asked. You just asked the ministers if they would. So, it's a great testament to all of our viewing and listening audience that sometimes you just have to ask and you never know where things may take you, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have a lot of stories like that where I have met key persons in the art industry, legends in a specific country, and just by asking or showing kindness. I have
Right.
an anecdote about meeting a legend in Italy. Her name is Carla Fracci, and she was the first ballerina in Teatro La Scala, which is such a big
Wow.
deal of it.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
And we went to meet her like from far away. And there's all these journalists from all these important magazines and TV stations. And there I am, with my little magazine. It was the beginning. And on my mic that said R2 International. And everybody bombarded her when she came out. She was like, and I happened to be, I don't know why. It's always the universe. I happened
Yes.
to be in the back, and somehow she, maneuvered to
What?
the back. And we find each other one next to the other, and all these people, and I'm like, oh my goodness, let me help you. Let me get you back there. So I got her behind everyone, closed the door, and we're like, and she looks at me like, so where are you from? She sees the magazine. I'm like, well, I'm from Arthur International. We're from New York. I came here because I wanted to meet you. And she's like, it's going to be impossible to give you an interview here. But you know what? Come to my house and I give you the interview.
Isn't that amazing? That's amazing.
And we did. It was an hour-long interview that she hadn't done for so many years. And
Right.
with the cameras, we did the interview. It was incredible. But
Isn't that fantastic?
that showing that humanity, kindness to people, being human, help.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And being authentically you, right? I mean, your natural reaction was to help her. And so because of helping her and showing her kindness, she showed you kindness in return.
Yes.
So now, how did you get to 205 countries, Vivian? I mean, that's really amazing.
Yes. Well, when we started, I already had Vivid Arts Network, which is an organization that helps artists exhibit their works in different countries. So through the artists of Vivid Arts, and I'm always and forever grateful to them because they helped us go to all these countries. And we also reached out So we have traveled about 53 cities around the world between
Wow.
Middle East, Europe, yeah, visiting and supporting initiatives. Our initiatives that are beginning, are in the beginning stages to push
Right.
the marketing. So we have we love traveling. It's not like I did it because I had to work. I just my
It's
partner
part
and I
of the experience.
love it. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
consider a lot. We have gone to Morocco, and now we have a family everywhere. Because when you,
Isn't that wonderful?
yeah, it's not the same as working from here as when you travel and get to meet the
Right.
people. And
Right.
one of the things that I love to do, and I like to mingle, I like to be not where the tourists are. I like to see culture, eat their food, not from the restaurant, but from homemade, what they're doing, and that's helped us a lot. So we've discovered so many
Oh,
beautiful
that's
things.
fantastic.
Actually,
Oh, that's amazing.
anniversary issue, which comes in January, and we're actually inviting the artists now, is gonna have 10 of the top locations that we visited with, like, behind the
Oh, isn't that cool? Like a retrospective almost of your experience. Isn't that amazing? Well, one of the things that we do in our guest blog is we ask folks like yourself to share 3 words of advice that would help to inspire other people in their own journey. And your 3 words are create, succeed, and stay inspired. So tell us a little bit about those.
Well, for me, the power of the creative process is it's the goal, the base, and the root of it all. So the world, the universe was created with that force, and everything we do comes through that
Right.
source of creation. And if you tapped in, if you're connected to that creative source, you're always going to be flowing with new ideas and the energy. You're going to have that passion, you're going to have the drive to do everything you want to do. So that's the first thing for me, is discover what you really want to do, create, and just create. Don't wait for you to be ready, don't wait to know, don't wait for you to learn. Just do it and learn
Right.
throughout the process. And that's, for me, the only way to find success, really, is
Right.
by doing what I love. Because if I have to compare it to, if I have to measure success to a bank account, or how many clients I have, or all those external circumstances that go up and down, you're gonna feel that you're not successful in life. And if
Right.
you're doing what you love to do, I cannot imagine anything else. It's that
Right.
success for me. And that will keep you inspired. It's staying inspired is the key, right? Because we
Yes.
build, the companies grow, or our ideas grow, and we can become slaves or that dream that we had, which I went through that process. And then I had to discover and sit down and remember why I started what I started. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And
Right.
realize that I need to stay inspired. I need to tap to that every day and remember this was my dream, and this is what I
Yeah.
dreamed, and this is what I'm gonna be doing because that was my dream. And it's not
Yes.
gonna become the rabbit, running.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the basics for what I do. It's create, and you'll succeed. It comes
Right.
spontaneously, like not running after success, but not running after
It will come to you.
it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're creating,
Well,
it comes to you.
I would like to thank you so much, Viviana, for spending some time with us today, because you truly are very inspiring. You can feel your passion and energy as you speak to us, even though we're quite, a few miles apart. So to our viewing and listening audience, I'd like to thank you for joining us for this edition of Keeping It Real, where we introduce you to the person behind the logo. Thank you so much for joining us, Viviana, and thank you to everyone who joined us today.
Thanks, Trish.